Marriage? As in, wed together? Ceremony and everything, I assume. Well, marriage in my culture involves a great deal of work. I don't know if we need or want that. I'm not sure how marriage works in your culture, but I would imagine it's just as complicated. Gathering offerings, hosting a ceremony, holding a great feast, all of that. Is that so? And what does it usually entail? I'm not familiar with your way of life. Go on. Mara. That name sounds familiar. Who is that? Ah, I see. I suppose that makes sense. Well, that doesn't sound so bad. I'm not a very religious person, though. And, well, I feel better about being around here. I'm not sure we could find anyone to bless a marriage between a person and, well, me. Seems opposed to what most human religions would practice. Maybe. We should probably start with the jewelry bit, if we want to go through with this. It seems easier. And whether we can find someone willing or not, we'll still have those. It seems a bit strange to use jewelry to commemorate a wedding. Back home, usually we would exchange family weapons as a sign of trust. Actually, I think jewelry would be better in this case. I'm a long way from home anyways. Accepting the customs of Skyrim is a way for me to feel more comfortable here. Besides, you already have that necklace I made for you. I suppose it isn't much, but it... oh, well, it shows that I love you. Only if you want to. Good question. Let me think. Our chiefs often wore silver to show their status. Same with our medicine men and women. They would wear rings, necklaces, or circlets. The gemstones were also common, usually encrusted into their items. Such work took the careful hands of a skilled craftsman, so was highly prized among our culture. I'm not sure exactly why it was so popular. Maybe because it stood out over gold or bone. I never asked. You're not gonna make me a silver and gemstone item, are you? That's so much more work than a dirty old bone necklace. All right, I don't want you to feel like you're spending too much on me. Especially for something that might get lost or broken anyways. Knowing me. You... Fine, I get it. It's... much appreciated. Yeah. I'll be sure to help you if I come across any. And, thanks. This is very kind of you. I don't know anything about all of this, so I'm glad to have you here to guide me. Mm-hmm. Hey there. A circlet. That's interesting. In a good way, of course. I've rarely worn them before. They don't fit me very well. But it looks like you made it so it works around the horns. That's nice. I like it. It's very good. Thank you. Well, I suppose that just leaves the ceremony, right? That's all that I remember you mentioned. Actually, no. I've decided... I don't want that. Sorry to interrupt. It's just... Well, I don't want to risk you being judged by others, or hurt, because of the husband you chose. I can still see it in the way people look, or speak. They're frightened of me. I can't imagine they would approve of us being together at all, let alone binding us in marriage. I don't think it would go well if we asked a priest about it. It gives me a bad feeling. But I want this. I want to be married. I've been thinking about this, and I do believe that this will help us be closer together. I love you, and I'm more than happy to be your husband. But even if we somehow found someone who wasn't gonna hate us, I don't feel right having someone else around. I just want it to be you and me, like it always has been. What's that? You can say them? I thought it had to be a priest or priestess who did it. That makes sense, yeah. I mean, it would mean a lot more if it were coming from you. Are they really that important? I suppose it is tradition, but I just have to wonder if the exact wording makes that much of a difference. Alright, if you say so. Go ahead then. I'll follow along.
Looking for work?
The dragons is not blessings of Mara upon you. Of course. It's good to see love blossoming even during these difficult times. This is one of the signs.
It's a pleasant day, especially with you around. Me too. It's... yeah, exciting. Well, where should we go? Maybe out in the woods, like we usually do? Uh-huh. I think I remember that. I see. Do weddings normally happen with a shrine like this? Yes, definitely. Trees and warm air are a far better alternative to a stuffy old temple. At least from the ones I've been inside. I wouldn't want to get married in there. The Pale? What do you mean? Oh. That's... Are you sure that's the only one? Well, that's a damn shame. Why can't we just pick one up and move it somewhere else? I'm sure I can carry a little statue and a table. Well, I didn't even know she existed until recently, so I don't think she would really care about me either. All right, we can go. I just... Better not take a long time, all right? We can just go, say what we have to say, and find ourselves a warm fire to rest at. Sounds like a deal. Lead the way, then. We are... God, it's cold up here. Either way, I'm ready. Do you have everything you need? Do you have your necklace? You should probably put it on. At least for now. The one that I gave you, that is. All right, then. Well, I suppose we're all ready, then. Unless there's anything else we need to do, you can start. Yeah, I am too. Thanks for doing all this. Let's get to it, huh? You start reading. Fair enough. It was Mara that first gave birth to all of creation and pledged to watch over us as her children. It is from her love of us that we first learned to love one another. It is from this love that we learn that a life lived alone is no life at all. We gather here today under Mara's loving gaze to bear witness to the union of... You know what? Close the book. We don't need that. I'd rather say what I have to say on my own. I didn't want to be here. Wearing fancy jewelry, saying things out of a book, climbing a cold valley in front of a shrine I don't even understand. I was being stubborn about all of this. I would rather be somewhere warm and calm and simple. And I considered just saying no. Calling it all off. Just now, I almost said we should just go home and forget about it. I almost ruined it. Like I always do. But I stopped. I stopped because I saw the look in your eyes. I saw this excitement, this happiness that I've only ever seen once before in you. When you first asked me to be with you. All that time ago. That's when I saw that hope and excitement in you. And that happiness makes me happy, too. Those eyes, that smile, it's what I fell in love with. I thought back to that first time, when I told you no. You looked so sad. I cannot, and will not, ever make you feel that way again. I know I can be more than that closed-off person you first talked to. I realize now. Part of me wants to be stubborn and childish about all of this, but another part of me sees that I want to make you happy and be there for you. That's what a husband does. And now, knowing that, I can tell you that there is no other place I would rather be than here and now. I love you so much. Every day you help me see that I can be more, I can do better, and that I can do great things. Part of being better is doing things you don't always want to, or learning things you don't understand. But if you have someone there who loves you, and who you love, it makes it all worth it. It makes you willing to put everything aside to make them happy. That's not something a book will tell you. That's from me, from my heart, to you. No matter what, I will follow you to the ends of Nirn and love you the whole way. Oh, no, are you crying? I didn't mean to. Oh. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Oh. Don't I know that? I am glad we're here. Truly, I am. I'm sorry it took me longer than it should have to see that, but I am. I am proud to call myself your husband. Is that it then? Is there anything else we need to do? I know I said I wanted to leave quickly, but we can complete whatever else we have to. But you... fine. Come here. No, I guess not. All right then. We're married now. As Skyrim tradition would have it, I suppose. No, thank you for dealing with me. I'm still learning, it seems. I'm sorry I haven't gotten much better yet. I promise I'll be more open with you from now on. I'm glad. I feel better having done this. Now we're well and truly together. For eternity. Anything you need? Sounds great. If you say so. Moving on then.